What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Switchins is back. And bitches, don't say nothing about the hair. It's Sunday, okay? In Britain, that's lazy sloth day. So anyway, it's going to be another Dragon Age video because I freaking love Dragon Age and I'm finding ways to keep back the excitement until Christmas Day when I can play that game, okay? Because I'm freaking nuts! So anyway, Dragon Age Inquisition, if you didn't know it has multiplayer, you should know that if you're a Dragon Age fan, but if you're not, then it has multiplayer, so now you know. So yes, the game has multiplayer, but you can't play as your own character, you have to play as, I think, maybe it's 12. I should really do my research beforehand, but that would take time and effort. So I think it's 12 characters, they're preset characters, like can be archers or rogue, you know, mage, whatever, it's just preset created characters with things got a bit of background history and whatnot, but you can level them up and choose their abilities for them. So it's kind of, you pick your favourite character and choose how you want. Kind of like League of Legends. Kind of, I'm not saying it's a replica, so don't freaking hate me, okay? Bitches be hateful lately. So basically it's you and 3 other people, basically dungeon crawl, you're just going through, you're killing enemies, you got to work together. Dragon Age, you know, very team working game, except that never really been able to play with friends before, but it's a very team working game. Don't question me on that. So yeah, basically that's all there is. There's 3 maps at the moment, but Bioware said they're gonna, you know, release some more, so it's awesome. Now first off, let me just say I haven't actually played it yet, but I have seen plenty of footage, so I'm quite knowledgeable. So the question is, and some people are saying this is one of the best multiplayers they've ever played, so I'm freaking hyped. But it's kind of like, I've always wanted another good online game, okay? We've needed that. It can't always be COD and Halo. When you think of, oh, you're playing a game online, it's either COD or Halo. It's just first-person shooter. Now, I'm not disrespecting them games. They're good in that, but I've always wanted to see a game like Dragon Age and that we can just play online and have fun. That way, a good one at that, because there's been some shit ones. So anyway, from what people are saying, they're saying it's a little bit like similar to how League of Legends is and Dota and stuff, and it could stand alongside them if they really do focus and improve its multiplayer experience, because what I'm hearing, loads of people are loving it. It seems awesome. Yeah. Now people saying they want to see other things added to the multiplayer, like PvP, so you face off against each other in the team battles, or maybe even like team battles by one team, whoever reaches the destination first or something. So you both got to kill waves of enemies and you just got to get through them, and whoever gets there first. Simples. Now, why this all sounds intoxicatingly fun, and it really does, like PvP, I think that'd be amazing if we could play as our own character as well. That would be badass. But my problem is, okay, if you didn't know, Dragon Age Inquisition first started out as a multiplayer game only. Okay, in the initial stages, it was going to be like MMO. Then it got made to single player. Then another bit of multiplayer. So, I'm also single player now. So yeah, that just hearing that, you know, that scares the shit out of me, okay? Phobias be running wild. That's dangerous right there. Okay, so it's kind of the reason why this multiplayer is scaring me a bit. It's going to be great, and I'm sure it's very enjoyable. But you think if we start getting PvP and all these other different things we can do in the Dragon Age world online with others, it's probably going to be amazing and we're going to enjoy it. But EA and maybe Bioware will see that people enjoy this so much and they'll go, the next Dragon Age, multiplayer only, just focus on that shit. And oh my god, we can't go through that. That'd be like Armageddon happening, okay? That'd be like the apocalypse, end of the world. We can't be risking this shit. Dragon Age Origins, Dragon Age 2 was still good. I'm not saying it wasn't. I still enjoyed it. But hey, maybe it didn't live up to standards. Okay. But Dragon Age Origins, what a story single-player RPG game that was. It was freaking amazing. If anyone disagrees, I will poke you in the eye with this pencil. And Bioware are so known for doing good stories and stuff. That's basically their trademark, their niche, their ability, their special ability. Their secret move is great stories, great characters and relationships, because without relationships it wouldn't be a Bioware game. So the problem, I'm just getting scared that if multiplayer becomes too good, and it's kind of that thing like, for the good of gaming we must kill the multiplayer. No, but in all seriousness, like, if it becomes too good and it's probably sounding stupid, so I'm going to need other people's opinions on this, that the next... So, basically, you know how Call of Duty is? If you buy that game, please, don't lie to yourself. You don't play that for the story. You don't... When like you're looking up that game, you're not thinking, oh, this game looks like it has an amazing, gripping story. The gameplay elements of this story just look so encapsulating. It touches the very soul of a human being to their core. Strings on every emotion in this body of flesh and blood of mine. You'd be spewing bullshit if you said that. Everyone plays a game like Call of Duty for the online, okay? That is basically it. When you first get it, you have campaign, multiplayer. You either play campaign just to get used to controls, and then you go multiplayer, or you just go straight to multiplayer. The campaign isn't what grips you with that game, it's the multiplayer. And I'm not saying it's the best multiplayer either, but Modern Warfare, the original, oh my god, so much fun. Now, Halo's a little bit different, but it's kind of like this. The campaign is a bonus, okay? Like a bonus on top of the multiplayer. Whereas multiplayer for me should always be a bonus on top of a campaign. Unless it's a multiplayer driven game. So I'm petrified with this happening with Dragon Age. Dragon Age has been a 5-game plan. So there's 2 more to come. And if the campaign's just like a stick on. And it's just like multiplayer based. I will honestly probably have a nervous mental breakdown at the same time. I'll be put in an asylum. Eating my own feces. Just really sad. We just can't let this happen. Don't get me wrong, I think Bioware are clever enough to realise this shouldn't be a multiplayer game. After the success Inquisition's having, like reviews and sales wise, you're probably going to start to realise that this is just, you know, it's at its core, it's a good single player game with story driven focus and relationships. Don't ever forget the relationships. So I like the multiplayer as an attack on, kind of like how Assassin's Creed do it. It's a nice addition, but it's not really a necessity. But you don't ever want multiplayer to hinder the single player. So always put your focus in single player. And if you've got a good idea for multiplayer, then hey, go for it. See, I'm not going to be one of these haters who's like, oh my god, it's got multiplayer. I'm so not buying that game because it's probably shit now. They probably took away all single player elements. I ain't no hater, okay? I'm a believer. I believe in that stuff. I'm not saying multiplayer should never be in a Dragon Age game. It seems so suited for multiplayer. Like, you have 3 companions. You have to work as a team. There is good things you can do with your friends, and I think the way they're doing it seems pretty awesome. Could you import into the main game of story having playing with your friends? You could do, but it could take away the immersion a little bit. And I know, program-wise, that's probably a bitch to do. I can imagine if you had to import the other guy's character into their world and all that stuff, and it could, you know, affect the story a bit, because how would they be in the cutscene? They wouldn't say anything, or would we? But maybe you could have like a multiplayer story thing, but then once again, as soon as you're going down that path, I just think you're hindering a little bit on what Dragon Age is. I just think after Dragon Age 2 and that, not that it was bad, but you don't really want to piss Fate off right now. It seems like you're doing good. I'd just say, okay, I know Inquisition's only just come out and they're not even, maybe they're making the next game. I don't know. I don't work at Bioware. But don't fuck with the formula too much. Multiplayer's kind of good. Maybe play it as a bit of co-op with your friend or something. Maybe you could do some side missions. I don't know, but maybe just keep how it's going. But always just remember, the reason this game sells is because of your story, the emotions you pull on this little heart of mine and others, and the relationships, because we can never forget those relationships. So I trust in Bioware. I have faith. Okay. So please comment and just tell me what you think. You know, if you're playing a multiplayer, if you think it's hindering the single player or anything like that. Or if you think I should expand on the multiplayer, but come on. After what happened with KOTOR, which is Knights of the Old Republic, which then become Star Wars The Old Republic, SWOTOR, something like that. It become an MMO, and I cannot bear that to happen with Dragon Age, okay? A good story game shouldn't be an MMO, even if you can tell stories in it. An MMO will never bring tears out your nostrils and eyes, okay? It will never make you have sweet dreams of emotions, and I don't fucking know what I'm even saying anymore. But bottom line, MMOs good for playing with friends. You're never going to get in a groundbreaking story. Single player games, probably not the best to play with your friends unless they're couch sitting beside you and you're both like emotionally connecting on a journey. You want to see how it plays out. But they're good for people, great telling stories, okay? And relationships. Never, ever, ever forget relationships.